talk to you about the chap guards on Spurs. Used to in the old days, from what I've been told, is the chap guard was just a piece of metal. They'd take a chisel and they'd hammer into the shank and turn a chip up like that, and that would be their chap guard. And anyway, so when you're making a chap guard, you want to make it a realistic look to it, like it's been peeled up off of the steel with a chisel, like you actually did that. This is just the beginning of it. It looks like a big old blunt point sticking up there. Anyway, what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring this down and curve this real nice, and then I'm going to deepen this groove right here a little bit, and then I'm going to start filing this to look like a chip. And I'll show you some of the steps of that. What I'm doing right here to work this down is you can work this down with a nice round file, or you can work it on your bench grinder and with a grinding wheel and sit there and work it back and forth till you get a kind of a circular in there. You can see I've got a mark there where I want to take it down to. And then right here on this groove, you can either cut up in there with your scroll saw, or you can take the edge of your belt, 50 grit belt, and you can start grinding up in there a little bit. Or you can take your die grinder and grind up in there a little bit. Anyway, you want to deepen this groove a little bit. And then as far as the shape of the chap guard, you want to start filing it with a hand file and get this all smoothed up and real nice, and then final polish. So I'll try to show you a little bit of that. Okay, I was going to show you here on this chap guard. I've been using this right here to kind of undercut this chap guard. I want it to look like a wave, a real thin wave, or a chip peeled up off the metal, so it don't need to be near this thick. Anyway, I've been working it right here. It gives me a real good easy angle right there to work up underneath there. And this can all be done with hand files. If you want to sit there and file on it, that's probably the best way. Anyway, I'm just kind of moving it along because this chap guard was really thick that was on here, and I'm trying to get it cut down a little bit, and then I'll work it with my files. Okay, you can see we're starting to get that curve on it. Okay, you can see I kind of got that curved under lip on both sides, looking down on the top. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take it over to the belt sander, and I'm going to try to clean this up, kind of polish it, see what it looks like. I may have to file it a little bit more, but I can't tell much because it's pretty rough cut from the file. Okay, I got a 240 belt on here. It's not an X paper, it's pretty flexible. I'm going to try to work it in here around this chip or chap guard and see if I can clean it up a little bit. I'm going to switch over to a 400. Got a pretty wore out 400 here. It's pretty flexible. Okay, that's looking more like what we want. I've got it cleaned up some in here, and I'm getting down to real precise. I don't want to take too much off and all, so I think I'm going to get my orbital and work down in here and get this all cleaned up and finish getting that curled over. But I'll show you that when I get that done, and I'll show you how it should look. Okay, I'm back over here at the studio, and what I've been doing to it, I've been trying to curl it back over like a chip. What I'm trying to tell you is one handy tool, and you can do all of this with just hand files if that's what you want to do. I found this little multi-bit here goes in my orbital, and you can, to get that curl, if you really need to get in there, you can use round files in here. But boy, this thing here takes this off fast, and it doesn't gouge it. And you can just work that like that, and it will get that undercut in there pretty nice. What I've got to do still is file a little bit on the sides here, trying to make it roll over. So I'm going like this. Start down here in the crease and fall over the top. And this is the way I do it. Now, there's a lot of experienced spur makers out there. They know all about this. This is just for some beginners that's never tried this kind of stuff. I'm not a master at it by any means. This is how I was taught, and I'm just passing it on. Okay, we've got that one curled over pretty nice. It's a little harder for me to go this direction, I guess because I'm right-handed. My curl this way never looks like the other side, I don't think. I can't curl my wrist very well that way. Got a flat spot right here. Trying to knock out. And this takes a lot of extra time doing these chap guards this way, but it looks pretty nice when you get done. You can see it kind of curves over the top, kind of like a little dome over the top. And then it curls under and laps back over the top. And that's kind of what you want to get. And you could take sandpaper and sand this up. You can take file stick or sanding stick, sand it up. That's probably what I'll do. Get it all polished up and nice, and then it'll look like it's supposed to. I'll try to put a still photo, a close-up still photo right here at the end of the video so you can see it real nice, because I know on the video camera it's hard to actually see what I've done, the lighting and all that. But I'll take when I get it finished, I'll take a real good picture of it so you can look at the still photo and kind of see what I did there. Thanks, and hey, be sure you subscribe and like my video. I appreciate it. Y'all take care.